Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina. Carolina State Wolfpack and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Pirates ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollock.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Pirates offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Gets it to the back. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. Those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for the team.
I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Pirates are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. He's got an open man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Eecee U. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the tackle was made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Black 24.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Scott. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. They want to just keep throwing it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he will score! Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through the tackle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Extending the play. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass pass rush, gets home, gets him on the ground.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's got him, and they convert. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
On the ready.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Off the RPO, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. So close to cashing it in for this offense.
6-9-1, gas bar. Here we go.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple of carries, so don't forget about that.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Boston. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rep. Holds it in on the left. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quick strike complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Play call there, guys. 3rd down, we're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He's got it, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Gonna take a shot. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll just keep slinging it. Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, well, this is built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. And cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Hand off from the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped. A gain of 6. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Off play action. Looking for a big gain. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
3rd down, man. You'd think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Well, he might have wanted to just let that one go to see if it would go into the end zone, but makes the fair catch at the 5. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's looking to throw it. He'll take the deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? The Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Got his man quickly. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
325.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stay out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Shakes off the defender. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Unleashes it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And a great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up.
Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Quarterback empties his backfield. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on down. First down for this offense. He wants to throw. With the catch, it's short. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Coming after him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. The sure hands, it's Jackson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Harrell. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick release by the QB. Off he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. And that one will put them up here in the second half. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, to get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10.
Green 25.
Quarterback on the keeper. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's caught downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the stakes. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Pirates are marching down the field. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Quarterback checking the play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown, East Carolina. They move on top here in the fourth. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Nebraska was able to come away with the win as they have so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Quarterback adapted. He'll try to do it himself. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ball game? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42, Spider.
They'll run it from the gun. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up here.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. The play action fake. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The corners are walked up tight. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. Touchdown, NC State! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
He lets one fly deep. And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Tip ball cleared up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it.
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Grab near the marker, it's Smith. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. He'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, what a play by the defender. Thrown into the end zone and swats it away. When a game's this close, this late, that's a play when we look back on this one that maybe helps win the game for this team.
He's going to pass on second down. He makes a grab. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And just understanding where you're at on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline. So I give you credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch, nice catch.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Man, you feel for the kicker. He had a chance to tie this game in the 4th quarter. Didn't hit it as well as he would have liked. He knocks it off the post.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year. And this one